the difference between references and bibliographies, example of reference lists and bibliographies, and frequently asked questions about references and bibliography. When you write academic papers, you will need to include a list of sources you use to write the paper. There are two main ways to list your sources, with a reference list or a bibliography. What are references? References include sources that have been directly cited in your paper. For each source, you will have at least one in-text citation in the body of your paper. The citation styles that uses reference lists include APA citations, AMA citations, and MLA citations. What are bibliography? Bibliographies contain all the sources that you have used for your paper, whether they are directly cited or not. In a bibliography, you should include all of the materials you consulted in preparing your paper. Chicago citation and Oxford citation are two citation styles that use bibliographies. The key difference between reference and bibliography lies in the fact that reference means to mention someone or something, but bibliography means to mention a book, website, journal, or somebody by which they have researched. Reference can be used for a thesis, while bibliography is used for research purposes. Reference is based on a primary source, but the bibliography is based on a primary and secondary source. A reference is simply one or two words. A bibliography is often very long by reason of showcasing the publisher's location, publishing house, copyright date, title, editor, or author. You will come across references almost everywhere. Bibliographies are for large part reserved for those complicated scientific journals, long history books, and other high-end scholarly materials. Example of a reference list. Example of a bibliography. However, the term reference list and bibliography are sometimes used interchangeably, so it is very important to check with your supervisor to make sure you know what is required for your project. Visual example between reference and bibliography. Some of the frequently asked questions about references and bibliography. What comes first, references or bibliography? It all depends on the platform where the work will be submitted. Mostly, references come first before the bibliography. This is because a reference contains only the items that you have cited and referred to in your paper. Every source cited is included in the list of references, which must explicitly contain sources that have been cited, unlike a bibliography. Work cited is sometimes used to refer to references. A bibliography, on the other hand, is a list of books or articles cited in the text with a brief description of around 120 words that explains the relevance, quality, and accuracy of the authors. Does a bibliography include references? Since a bibliography can contain a list of sources that are not cited and may not be closely related to the text in the document, it cannot include references. References are used explicitly for sources that have been cited in the document. However, a bibliography may include bibliographical references for sources provided in endnotes or footnotes.